as a black community, when are we gonna stop this nonsense of hiding people who are obviously not good for our communities inside? All these pedophiles, all these rapists, all these child molesters that we keep making excuses for. We keep, trying to kind of let these people hide it within our community because we don't want the shame and then the things that it comes about. And these people are destroying our communities, and it's a shame. I mean, just listen to the mom, and then we'll just continue. Just hear what the mom had to say.
At the age of 10, I went to live with my mom. I had lived with my grandparents up until that time. And at that time is when her boyfriend molested me. And that's how Thaddeus came about. And because I would not have an abortion, she brought me to South Florida. And I still wouldn't have one, so then she put me out. And luckily I met friends to go live with.
Look, this young woman, young girl, she was practically a child at 10. At 10. And her mom's boyfriend took advantage of her at 10. Oprah was young when she was raped as well. Monique was young when she was also molested. How many are going unreported? How many adults are taking advantage of little kids within our communities that are going unreported? We keep making excuses for these people. I doubt the mom left this man. I doubt the man because as she said, the mom put her out. The mom wanted her to have an abortion. And because she wouldn't agree to that, the mom put her out. See, it's madness that a man can take advantage of your 10-year-old and you rather put your daughter out. You wouldn't rather give up this man to go to jail. You wouldn't rather let the law deal with this man. But your daughter becomes a problem. And it doesn't just happen to little girls anyway. It happens to boys. Look, Charlemagne De God, right? His best friend, one of his friends, Wax. Wax is a huge guy. And he's talked about it, And he was also, sexually abused as a child by his older cousins or something like that. And this is ridiculous, okay? And it happens all around us. It happens in the churches as well. Like recently, a Ghanaian, pastor in Canada, he's been molesting 2 kids. One of them from the age of 13. So, I think she's older now, and then she wanted the law to take, its due course because she wanted to report the pastor. And then the pastor was begging, and you wouldn't believe this. Her own mother. This is a woman that 2 of her daughters have been molested by this particular man who claims to be a man of God. And her own mother was talking about the fact that the man is asking for forgiveness so the kid should forgive and not report him to the authorities. Should not report him to the police. It's mind-boggling. The kind of nonsense we allow to happen within our communities. We allow these pedos, we allow these, these scums to infest our communities. Because this is no, this lives with people forever. And Titus had a very, very, troubled, childhood. No father figure, a kid raising a kid, because at 11, that's when the mom had him. 11 years old, that's when the mom had him. How can an 11-year-old raise a child after she's even been put out by her own mother? And I bet this is a common story, in the United States, in the most black communities in Africa as well. Look, I watch, I'm Ghanaian. I watch Ghanaian televisions, and we have teachers molesting 13-year-olds, having kids with 13-year-olds, and they come and put them on TV and talking about you should be responsible and look after your child. He is a child molester. He should be going to jail for all I care anyway. Look, we've made certain things almost like normal. We've normalized. growing up as a kid, we had stupid things like, oh, that's the man that likes little kids. Oh, like, I just say it in trees. Like, if somebody's gone in, they will probably know this. I mean, guy, oh, Papa, for. Like, this man is oh, he likes little kids and, all this other stuff. And this man, heard, he raped this person. And we made it look like it wasn't a big deal. Meanwhile, these kids get traumatized, creates all sorts of situations that kind of follow them through their adult life. It is madness. It's about time we stop protecting these people no matter what they are. Look, we need to stand up and be counted as people. And the most stupid, excuses some of them come up with is the work of the devil. Oh, I don't know what came over me. Who cares? Okay, if it was the work of the devil, well, then, go pay your dues in jail. You don't know what came over you, well, go think about it while you're in jail. I, for one, do not believe these people need to be protected. I don't think they need to be part of our societies. And especially if it's a family member or your mother's boyfriend or your father's girlfriend or your whatever it is. Any adult that takes advantage of a little child, especially a heinous crime like that physical, abuse, taking the innocence of a child, should not be allowed to be part of our community, people. It's crazy. It's madness. Okay, like let's hear what effect it had on it.
I was scared, of course. I didn't tell my grandparents. I was feeling more of ashamed and embarrassed, like it was my fault that it happened, until years later when I realized people telling me that it wasn't my fault, I was just a child.
How can you imagine, after suffering such an abuse, walking around with the burden that it is your fault? From the age of 11 upwards, having to look at a child. You being a child yourself, you should be playing with dolls, not a real human being. And thinking to yourself, oh, it's my fault that this happened to me. I'm responsible for whatever happened to me, the abuse that I suffered. And not only that, this child also lost, a mother. First, she wasn't even raised by the mother. She was living with a grandmother, come to live with the actual mother. And this happens to her. And then she's put out. And now, a child that hasn't got any relationship with the mother has to raise another child. Look, as black people, okay, as people, as Africans, as people of the melanated people, okay, we suffer a lot already. And this is not something that we need within our communities. Look, this is not something that we need to tolerate. This is not one of the things that we need to allow to happen. We've harbored it for too long. I mean, how old is this woman? This woman is old enough, but it still happens today. The case of the pastor, who's been molesting 2 children is this year. And it happened in Holland, although they are Ghanaian. I know there's enough stories of teachers back home in Ghana, Nigeria, or whatever, taking advantage of little girls in secondary school. These are 13 to 14-year-olds. It's crazy. And it's about time we stop making excuses for these people. It's about time we give these people to the Lord. Let the Lord deal with these people. Let's stop making excuses for these, monsters. Let's stop making excuses for these parasites, these pests, these predators that prey on weak, innocent kids. Rob them of their innocence, rob them of their childhood, rob them of everything that, is held sacred by a child. Please, let's stop being part of the problem and be part of the solution. Even Nicki Minaj, brother was accused of, also sexually assaulting somebody. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think, and please do not forget to subscribe, and please, most importantly, if you know somebody abusing a child, don't be part of the problem by turning a blind eye. Don't be part of the problem by, being like, oh, well, I don't want the shame and I don't want people to know, and then people will think so and so about our family. Give him up. Give her up. Let the Lord deal with the person. Peace.